Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today here we are in the core of the Hero Week. We've got tons of new support, and as some of you asked for, here we are with Evil Heroes. So as you may have seen from the thumbnail, I actually found a combo to use Dark Evil Gaia in this deck, even if we have the restriction of not playing rock monsters. So of course I hope you enjoyed this, and then we're gonna have another hero deck video this week to end it all, and then we're gonna actually go deeper into the box. And I actually have invested some more gems, and I think I have all I need to make some stuff for either Fossil Fusion, Fossil Warrior deck, and Super Quantum. So I have a couple of ideas. Stay tuned for that for the next week. But here we are for Heroes, and before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here, of course, with the Supreme King, and here comes the deck list. So let's start from the skill for all who actually didn't look deep into it. The power leads to destiny. So reveal one card in your hand to the opponent, and depending on what you revealed, you get something. So we have, you can use both the effects in the same turn, and each of the effect once per duel. So if you reveal a normal spell card, that's gonna be actually our Dark Calling, you can send 3 Evil Hero Malicious Edge from outside your deck to the graveyard, so you fill the graveyard, and from then you can normal summon your Evil Hero Malicious Edge without tributing. And then we have, if you reveal Super Polymerization, you can set 1 Supreme King's Castle from outside your deck, and then you can add a Malicious Bane to your extra deck. So pretty nice. Of course, what happens is that the problem right here is that we have no way to search for Super Poly, so it actually becomes too much harder, you know, to rely only on Bane to win the duel, because it happens only, you know, once every 4 or 5 duel. You have to be lucky to draw your Super Poly, so that's the issue. And because we cannot summon, you cannot use Liquid Soldier's effect for fusion summoning, thus to draw a couple of cards more, because as fusion monsters we can only play Evil Heroes, and there's no Evil Hero that we can summon with Liquid Soldier, so no fusion samurai here, no draw 2. So as you can see right there, here comes the deck list. So we have triple Stratos and triple Dusted Gold, that is our searcher for the Dark Calling, and Dark Calling is the only normal spell we are playing, so keep in mind that. Of course we have the Super Poly, and then it's just a bunch of staple. I went with a couple of Effect Negation, a couple of Book of Moon, and then Enemy Controller. Guys, in my opinion, it is mandatory, because you're gonna have so many it's gonna be so easy to summon monsters on the field, that you always gonna have that +1 that you can use to tribute to go for your enemy controller play and steal games. You literally steal tons of games with this double enemy controller. So then we have a couple of Solid Soldier and a couple of Liquid Soldier that are there just to help the Xyz summon. What you want to Xyz summon in this case? So we want to Xyz summon the Swarm Roach, just in case we play against Pendulum decks and Synchro decks. Then, because I see a lot of people playing Malevolent Scene, but you know, the problem of this deck is not the attack power, it's the defense, because as most of hero decks, we have an issue with our turn 1, so you want to have something that is functional for your turn 1, and I went either for Swarm Roach or for the comics hero King Arthur, that actually is a free-to-play card. You can obtain this with the ticket, I guess, and it was a reward from the Tag Duo tournament. This guy is pretty nice, 2 level 4 warrior type monsters, and all our monsters are warrior. If basically can be destroyed by battle twice, and also it becomes a 3400 attack, so that's actually pretty nice. The Swarm Roach is here, and then here comes the Spies. Number 55, it's just an Xyz monster that came out with the newest box. So I'm talking about the Shining Sunrise. And why do we play this deck? This guy actually sucks. We can't use its effect except for the one for the boost in defense. But why do we play this? Because this guy is a rock. So once we summon this guy and this guy gets sent to the graveyard, we can use the Dark Calling together with a Fiend type monster to summon our Dark Gaia. That actually is another card that can steal games thanks to its insane attack and thanks to its effect of putting in attack position every monster your opponent controls. So that's the actually the combo right there. That's pretty nice to play Dark Gaia in here, and then the triple Malicious Fiend, just because it can happen that you actually summon 3 of them. So, and also you can use the Dark Calling, of course, to summon the Malicious Bane. So keep in mind that. That's pretty good. And guys, the deck is pretty strong, but to be honest, I prefer the Hero Alliance version. I mean, this is cool, but the Malicious Bane is just a matter of luck, and you know, I hate that thing, the fact that it's just a matter of luck, to be honest. So guys, that was all for the explanation, and we can jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Ishizu with Present. So I'm expecting okay, Frightful, Fluffals, just because with Presence he knows what cards he's gonna draw with the effect of Toy Vendor. He's got double Toy Vendor, so he's gonna draw tons of cards for this duel. As you can see right there, he's got the Fluffal wings as well, I guess. So he's got the Fluffal dog to add another bear, and then he's got the second Toy Vendor, of course, to draw another card. As you can see right there, discarded the wings, so he now can use the effect of the wings. So I mean, bro, that was definitely too much. Dot Devil to begin with, the Frightful Dot Devil, then the Fluffal card to recycle the polymerization to add him back to his end, and then he's got the polymerization again to go into the Saber Tooth. Then on summon can special summon one of the 5/4 monster from the graveyard. So this guy was summoned with more than 3 monsters, so he can't be destroyed by card effects or by battle. So it's us. Let's start with the Dusted Gold. As you can see right there, now that he's discarded, we use the effect to mill 3 Malicious Edge, and then it's Malicious Edge, right? What's the name? Malicious Edge, yeah. So Liquid Soldier to recycle the Dusted Gold, then in Xyz Summon into the number 55, then Dark Calling to go into Malicious Fiend. There you go, that was pretty easy. We have a couple of backers, so we are more than chilling, but keep in mind that the Treacherous is useless against this. I mean, I could always use the Book of Montessori and then use the Treacherous to destroy it, but let's see what we have. It's got Fluffal wings once again to draw tons of cards. Look at that, it just has 5 cards left in the deck. Edging per Sabers, and then it's got the polymerization. I went for the Spice because I used the Treacherous Trapple to pop the Saber, and I popped my own what's the name? Goliath, just because at this point I wanted to have him in the graveyard so I can summon my Dark Gaia. He's got the 5-foot Tiger anyway to pop both the cards, but I got the Book of Moon to set it, and at this point he decided not to attack. That's fine. I can just use my Dark Calling again into, look at that, Dark Gaia is here and is top tier, so we can just attack the 5/4 guy, as you can see, and then enemy controller. So as you can see, the effect of Dark Gaia just synergizes so good with enemy controller because you keep everything in attack position, so you can use the Econ Cheese play to go for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. This was my rank up duel against Dr. Crowler. Let's see what we've got. He's got him to begin, so he's gonna go with the classic Howitzer to begin with. So 300 damage from me, and then another 500. The effect of Howitzer, and then just a set card, and he's done. So we've got Super Poly Draw. So look at that, and then the second one to summon to mill the 3 Malicious Edge. Then we've got the Dark Calling to begin with the Malicious Fiend, and now I mean, I could have summoned the Bane, but I decided that I didn't want to. So he's got the Floodgate, so that was a nice call for me. At this point I can just set my stuff and I'm chilling, because now as soon as he summons a monster that is level 5 or higher, because keep in mind that Bane can be summoned with a level 5 or higher monster, so I have the Evil Hero on the field, so as soon as he summons, and he can because he has the Battle Ancient Gear skill, as soon as he summons an Ancient Gear Golem, we can just use its Engineer Golem to with our Super Poly to summon the Bane, and that is exactly what is about to happen. So actually first goes with the Wyvern, it has a Golem, and then it just hands his turn, that's fine. At this point I can go with Stratus to add another Dusted Gold, using the effect of Dusted Gold to have another Dark Calling, but at this point I'm just chilling. I just went attacking the Wyvern, so he's got, here comes his turn, so the effect, there you go, summoning the Ancient Gear Golem, toggle on, Super Polymerization, discarding the Liquid Soldier to go into Malicious Bane. There you go, that's how you summon a Malicious Bane in the most epic way. How it's here to deal me some damage, but I'm not worried about that. I can just go with Dark Calling once again, and this time into another Malicious Fiend, and we can just attack at this point, starting with Bane. How it's here that actually brings out an Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound. I popped that, so you could have the Polymerization to from his deck, and an Ancient Gear monster from the graveyard, then Stratus, and I'm just done because I have basically everything I need. So he's got the normal summon of the Ancient Gear Golem, and then the Poly set it. He went for another Howitzer play that was not actually understood, to be honest, and then he goes for the Cypher Dragon. Wait, what? Book of Moon, and then you can just do nothing. Forbidden Lands instead. I have enemy controller in chain, so I can just steal the Cypher Dragon. At this point he can't do nothing. Bane to pop everything. I can just attack for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys, against Fossil Warriors. Let's see what we got. So the new deck with Jim, it's got Alistair to begin with, adding Invocation to go directly lets into what? Into Magallanica, because he sent the Weathering Soldier to the graveyard. He can add the Fossil Fusion. Actually, a spell card, he went for the Miracle Rapture, and then Invocation, of course, to recycle his Alistair back to his end, and then he's done. So let's see what we have. We have the Stratus to begin with, adding the Adusted Gold, and as you can see right there, just one monster is so vulnerable to the E-conscious play, so just went for the enemy controller stuff to steal that, then of course Dark Calling to go into Malicious Fiend, and it's just how you do it. There you go. Fourth duel, my boys, here we come against Yami Yugi. Let's see what we've got. It's us to begin. Solid Soldier to begin with, summoning the Stratus that will have a Dusted Gold, so we can just go for the Seaswarm Roach. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, so I went for a Dusted Gold, of course Search, and of course to have more protection. Keep in mind that this is a nice combo to begin with, just because when you have Malicious Fiend on the field alongside the Seaswarm Roach, keep in mind that they cannot attack the Roach, because with the effect of Malicious Fiend, they have to attack Malicious Fiend, and they cannot attack the Roach, so that's pretty nice. We got the Necroz deck, so managed to begin with, having the Necroz of Brionac, then the effect to add Shurit, the strategies of the Necroz, then Necroz cycle to go, of course, using Shurit to go into Grugnir. So this guy is pretty annoying because you can just pop cards by discarding, even during your opponent's turn. So during my turn, it's got the effect right here to pop the Malicious Fiend, and then Book of Moon in the battle phase, but it's got the 3 shots to negate that, so it's gonna get rid of my Roach. That actually won't do that much because he can't negate Ritual Summon, so he just inflicted me 1400 damage. That's fine. And then we have Liquid Soldier to recycle the Stratus to have another Liquid Soldier, so at this point Xyz summon into Goliath, and Grugnir to pop that. Actually, he made me a favor, because at this point I can use Dark Calling into Dark Gaia. Look at that, look at how powerful it is, because we have the 2400 attack of the Goliath and the 3500 of the Malicious Fiend, and we have lethal through one attack on the Manju. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, on my team, this was the third win in a row against, actually was a mirror match, Power Leads Destiny. We have the Super Poly, so we were pretty lucky right here. So Dusted Gold to have the Dark Calling, so we can use both the effect of the skill in the same turn, as you can see right there. Dark Calling to start with the Malicious Fiend, because of course, as I told you in the previous duel, we just want to summon the Bane with its monster, and of course with the Super Poly, but I made a mistake. mistake because I summoned Solid Soldier, summoned the other one, and I forgot that I needed a card to discard with my Super Poly, so there was of course a mistake, and he of course got the Typhoon right there, so no, actually no Bane with Super Poly, because if there's no Supreme King's Castle we can only summon Bane with Dark Calling. It's got the skill to go into Malicious Fiend as well, as you can see right there. So Malicious Fiend against Malicious Fiend, the Typhoon, tip up also the Super Poly, and then it's got the normal summon of Malicious Edge, another Dark Calling, and you can just attack at this point, and he's in a very good spot. Let's see what we've got. We've got the Dusted Gold as a Destiny draw to draw the Dark Calling into, of course, our big boy Bane. So Bane is here and he's top tier, using the effect, popping the edge, inflicting the first 3200 damage, but keep in mind that this big boy can't be destroyed by battle or cut effect. It's got the Dark Calling but only to summon a Malicious Fiend, but this Malicious Fiend can't do nothing. He can just inflict 300 damage because my boy can't be destroyed. At this point he just realized it, because I can just use the effect and pop it. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, that was all for today's videos. I hope you enjoyed this Decklist and all the replays with the commentary. Of course guys, if you have some questions, feel free to ask me whatever you want in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.